it's one thing to think that you're doing it for safety reasons, and that and I guess there's some validity to that. But I remember last week when I went into the city.
Yeah.
First of all, half the cops that I ran into weren't wearing masks.
No,
so I'm like, okay, well, if you fuckers aren't going to do it,
right?
Why am I going to do it? And then when I was on the train, when I was on the Long Island Railroad, two of the conductors weren't wearing their masks.
The conductor I had, she walks over and she goes, "Please put your mask on, so I can check your ticket."
Right, exactly. And if that's the way it's supposed to be, that's how it's supposed to be. I think it's stupid, but if that's how it's supposed to be, that's how it's supposed to be. But if they're going to use discretion,
then
why can't I fucking use discretion?
Podcast. What up? It's your boy Chad O. Out here in LA. Trying to get lost in the subway.
Thank you, Valencia. But I'm about to head on the train heading to Madrid. I'm telling about Two Boys Podcast on 13 Ghost TV. Like, subscribe, and send us a few messages. I don't hablo mucho español, but I'm doing the best I can. Peace. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And I see we're going live.
Hey, I just pressed the live button. Why not?
Look at that.
Oh,
how's that shit going, man? It's like I started walking around. It was hot that day. I'm like, why the fuck am I wearing this thing if half the people I'm running into aren't wearing masks?
Well, anytime I run up, I noticed the like you said, the new normal is you walk past somebody that doesn't have a mask on and they do this. They go, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
bye," and they walk by, and they pull it off. I mean,
you know what?
Yep.
No, I was gonna say, you know what trips me out is the places that have the plexiglass up.
Yeah,
they have the plexiglass up, but they have like 2 inches of space on each side,
and then they reach around for the money. They do. Okay, give me.
So it's like what? So a virus is gonna say, "Oh fuck, there's plexiglass there." Shit, let's move on somewhere else.
Fucking plexiglass is in my way again. God damn it! God damn that plexiglass.
I'm treating this like a happy hour. So I got my cigar. I got my Martinez cigar.
Hey, as you should. It is a happy hour. I do not have a drink. I just had a drink. Today, well, Tito's, of course. But today, of course, is Mr. Dre's birthday. My twin.
Lord Dre.
Yeah. My Gemini twin from Level 1. We play Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Who's who?
Whoever's taller.
It's not a tumor.
I get the tumor.
It's not a tumor, okay?
Yeah, man. So we cleaned up. We were spending all week cleaning up his yard to, we always have our parties at, because he's got a nice big yard where we can stay socially distant. We can be, kind of away.
Do you really do that in his yard?
Not for the people who have been in contact with each other already, but for some people that, like today, a lady, a coworker of his, that he's retired correction, and she was like, "Oh, it is. I want to make sure I want to be here, but I don't want to be crowded. So we'll take the little seat over there, go in the corner, and you can be all by yourself again. But why are you here? Stay home."
Well, it begs the question: what's the point then?
Why are you here? Just stay home. You could just stay home. But you know what they can't do?
Tell me.
Avoid Two Bros Podcast episode 100. Boy, oh boy. By the way, you've already gotten 100 episodes from us and more. We have started the COVID series once COVID started, and we went 9 episodes to prolong 100. To prolong 100 just for this moment right here.
Just for this moment right here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though.
Kaisha Jones in the building.
Kaisha! Where the fuck you been, Kaisha?
Okay, we got Mike Nice. We got Mike Nice joining us from looks like Mike Nice. So today for episode 100, we're gonna have some special guests that are coming.
Yeah, we just threw out our link, so
okay.
Some will hit, some will not.
Some will hit, some will not.
I'm curious as to who our first, because of the people that are going to be connecting. Somebody is going to be our first 2-time guest.
Oh, yes.
Somebody will be. So I'm curious to who that's going to be.
We miss you too, Kaisha.
We miss you too, Kaisha.
And we miss your podcast. What happened? We were
exactly. What's going on?
I think you got up to about 4 or 5. We're so proud of you. And then all of a sudden,
I know 9 to 5 artist. So I guess you're corporate now. I guess you're not an artist.
Oh, 9 to 5 really kicked in, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
COVID happened, and that's where I've been. Oh, okay. Well, yes. COVID happened to us all.
COVID happened to everybody.
Kaisha, glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you and the family are well. And I think we have our first guest here from 100. We have a guest here.
Is.
Mike Nice, we can see you, but we don't see you.
Yo, what's up?
Mike Nice.
What's good, player? Yo, I think your camera might be off.
Nah, let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, just click the little settings and play around with the camera settings. See if you could jump in on that.
My name is Mike Nice. My name is Mike Nice. Don't
worry, you're here with us, so
man.
We can hear you, but we can't see you. So
it's this Chrome, it's this Chrome, man.
Oh, Chrome!
God damn it, the Chrome.
I use Chrome too, so I use Chrome. Are you on a phone or a laptop?
I'm on a Mac. I got a Mac.
Oh, you're on a Mac. Oh, so I'm using Chrome on a Mac.
So I got some off, man.
Oh.
Why my thing is hold on.
You know what? Let me get a little techie for you. Your camera. There you go.
Man, my guy in the
there
building.
You go.
Yes,
yes.
Looking official.
Chopping it up, man. I just listened. I just finished listening to your last episode, man.
You did? Yeah.
I did. I love how you guys were arguing about should you get introduced first or should you rep Jerry Sloan first? Or what's the protocol?
I don't know what's up with that, man.
Wow, what's good, Mike Nice?
I felt a little slighted, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good.
Hey, Mike,
don't mind this in the background, man. That's what it is.
Hey, that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, hold on. We got some cohorts in. We got your other cohorts coming in.
Oh, the whole chopping it up crew.
The whole chopping it up crew is coming.
We can talk to serious sports now, because I think the NBA is about to start kicking it off.
Well, I'm ready for that.
Oh! I think everyone's ready for it. But hold on. I'm trying to wait for the other bros to get in. They look like they're chiming in here. We'll get them.
No, they're moving slow, man. Forget those clowns.
Get them. Forget them. They can rep all the dead dudes they want. They ain't ready.
Well, I usually have another cup, right? I usually have my cup, my own cup, but Starbucks messed up. I had a Starbucks.
How Starbucks messed up? What
Starbucks is out the game, man.
Yo, Starbucks Blue Lives Matter shirts, man. I'm not forget them.
Starbucks is doing Blue Lives Matter?
Yes. Yeah, they just got the blue shirts. They was like, yo, we're not doing Black Lives Matter. So I was like,
they did Blue Lives Matter and they did Back the Blue, which was kind of weird. Now they did just release the idea that their employees are allowed to wear Black Lives Matters and any other or they just dropped off somehow, so they can't get their tech right. So
no, they ain't right. It's what you call it? What you call it when you fixing stuff in the office?
Oh, you challenge
fires and stuff like that.
Technically challenged. Oh, you mean you're talking about Starbucks?
Yeah, that's what they did with the trying to fix stuff. Man, get out of here.
Well, that was a what you call it, like a fixer, like Olivia Pope. They hired Olivia Pope and said, "Oh, let's do it different here."
Oh, can you believe her, man?
Well, first of all, it's Starbucks.
Yeah.
Right. So it's. I mean, if you want to pay $5 for coffee, go ahead.
Yeah, we see now. Look, we see the little.
They be calling me Hollywood, man. So I guess I would get some Starbucks, man. They calling me Hollywood. I don't know why.
I call it $4 now, $5. Like
right.
I know, right? It's $5, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what y'all on? What you sipping on?
I got me some Woodford Reserve bourbon.
John O. Chad O.
I got a little Tito's and soda here. My cup is green and I'm on a green screen, so it doesn't see
y'all. Oh, that's the ill joint.
Yeah. I'm on a green screen, but the cup is green, so it's kind of like I'm drinking invisible liquid here. Aircraft, we see you, baby boy.
You're on the Benny tonight.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Start your car. Yo,
you are black. That's the Joe Biden certified half gallon right there. That's the Joe Biden certified.
Yo, did y'all see the newscaster get hit with the Hennessy bottle in his back?
No.
Oh yes, yeah. But he was somebody threw a Hennessy bottle.
Yo, it was crazy. Hit him in his back. It was spinning around. It looks like a Hennessy bottle.
Yo, they had it. What did they do? They was on.
Thank you, Reggie.
I don't know.
Boobay, thank you. Congrats on the 100th episode. Yeah, man. So we are delighted to have we got a half of Chopping It Up Sports.
Introduce Chado, because Mike likes to be introduced.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Hey Mike, where are you geographically right now?
I'm in Atlanta.
You're in the okay.
In the ATL.
Now, I have a beef with people in Atlanta only for the fact that they're not in Atlanta. They're like in Conyers or they're like in Stone Mountain.
DeKalb County.
Are you in Atlanta?
I'm in Atlanta.
Okay, you in the A. You in it. Oh, look who's here.
Yo.
Choppin.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah, you figured it out, huh?
Yeah, we had a little bit of technical.
Wow. We are so proud and happy to have some guests in the building. We have Chopping It Up Sports. We have Mike Nice, who was nice and prompt and early with no technical difficulty. And we got Prizzo and Aircraft in the building.
What's good?
What's good? I'm so happy to have you guys here with us. We decided that we said, hey, man, we just hit 100. And we wanted to bring on some of the people like from our past that we did a bunch of shows with. A lot of this, as you know, is just figure it out, go push the button and figure the fucking thing out and see what happens afterwards. But I'm so impressed with you guys. You jumped in, you put your foot in it. Crizzo hit me, said, yo, I heard you could do a banner. We did the little backdrop, kept it pushing, and that was game over.
I gotta tell you, my favorite part of Chopping It Up Sports is when you do your little vignettes and you do the spin with the old Batman logo, Batman sound.
Hey, that's
my favorite part. I swear to God. Every morning I wake up and I say, did they put something up on the shit yet? Because I want to see the.
That's so dope. But we really appreciate you guys even just gracing us with your presence.
Stop. Get out of here, man.
Well, nah, for real, but you know, I'm always like when sports came, you know, for me, even though I did the basketball thing with my son, and as y'all know, Coach Tim Briscoe, who brought me in at PD and was like, listen, you're gonna be a coach now, motherfucker. You're gonna have to learn how to start coaching because they respond to you, and the kids really responded to me. But you guys have been playing, you guys have been hooping, you know, and Mike, I don't know Mike from back in the days, you know what I'm saying?
No.
So
I know Tim though. Tim is my man. I know Tim.
Oh, I know y'all know Tim, man. Tim.
Mike wasn't a hooper though.
Oh, Mike, you didn't hoop?
No, Yo, let me tell y'all this. And Chris can attest to this. I didn't play high school ball, but in the park, they're gonna say, "Yo, why you leave him open, man? Don't leave him open." And that's good enough for me. That's good enough.
That's what they used to say to that old white man too. Don't leave him open. That's what they used to say.
Hey, yo, once they won the game, that's all that matters.
Hey, there was always a what's his name? They can't forget who he was. There was always a Bernie Mac in the park that had the old dusty sweats on. There was E-Love. We had E-Love in Henderson. We had E-Love. It's this guy. By the way, E-Love still walks up and down Farmers to this day. This man's skin is made of bronze. Like he's like no needle can poke his skin. He's impenetrable. He's a superhero.
No, needles have poked that skin.
He's just really funky. I mean, he just got that bum funk on him. But listen, John is a huge sports fan, more on the baseball side of it. And we started when Mike Nice came on. We started talking about the world is ready for NBA action coming back. So who better than to have Chopping It Up Sports talk about the NBA coming back?
I can't wait.
What does that look like? What does that look like?
it's gonna look crazy in the beginning because there's gonna be no fans there. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be something to get used to. But I think we're gonna get over it real fast because we just feeding for sports. We just feeding to have something on.
Yeah.
Last week I was watching golf for 4 hours.
We got Sockman in the building just joining us.
Oh my God!
Making this a fucking party, huh?
Sockman comes and Sockman, as Sockman joins, Sockman just made history.
Sockman is officially.
Sockman just made history.
The first two-time guest.
The first two-time guest on Two Bros podcast is the Sockman.
No doubt, man.
Hey, do you have any socks on right now? You have any crazy socks on now?
Nah, man. I'm it's country, man. So you know the country we do. We go bare feet.
And where are you in?
No, don't do that. Don't show that, please. Lord God, no.
Are you in Memphis?
Yeah, I'm still in Memphis, man.
Oh, okay. You didn't get my hot sauce, did you?
I've been looking for it, man, but I've been slow motion because I've been running around with my grandson and all that stuff, man. You know,
you ain't been running. You've been playing golf.
I remember the name of it, and I found the name of it after I left the store.
You've been playing golf. How many holes you get in today? How many holes you get in today? You got a full 18 in today?
Yeah, man. Went this morning.
Oh
man. With, man, this kid was awesome, man. This kid I play with, boy, he's lights out. Yeah, man.
Really. Ernie's a big golfer, so he can definitely. He's a super golfer aficionado. Loves playing. He's so much a golf fan. He put his name on the volunteer to be at the Bethpage Open, right? So that he could be there to see Tiger and the whole hoopla. And
I worked it.
He worked it just to be. That's a fan. When you put your name on the volunteer sheet and actually get the job, man. And just to be there.
No doubt.
But we're blessed to have our bros from Chopping It Up Sports here. We got my man Chris O, we got Aircraft, and we got Mike Nice with us, joining us from Chopping It Up Sports. And these guys They started their sports podcast. What are you guys up to? What episode are you up to?
They just did 9.
10 dropping this week.
Yeah.
10 dropping this week. Wow. You guys are rapid fire. I love it. So we just asked them, we just asked them, what is the NBA, the return of the NBA look like? What is that now? Is everything being played in the worldwide sports, Disney?
That's what I think. Yeah. I think that's the case, man. I kind of get a little bit slow to get involved with it because so many things going on, obviously. But I think it's going to be played in one facility. Not all the teams are going to make it. And unfortunately, Chad, our team is not in the game.
The Knicks, unfortunately, are not in the game, and we
are.
Yeah.
The Knicks, man.
The Knicks, big up to the Knicks. The Knicks have graciously decided.
Make it, man.
The Knicks have decided to graciously bow out of the, this play-in and all that stuff, so that other teams can get an opportunity.
Yeah, they said.
Let them play, man.
Oh, that's so nice in the Knicks. Sit out another year. That's so nice.
Again, to sit out another year again.
Oh my God! But what Chopping it? What do you guys think about this new 22 format? Do you have any insight on it? Do you know what's? I don't know, but
they
do you know?
didn't really release too much on it, so I don't really know the format on it. I believe it's supposed to be only a couple of games, like 16 games or something like that. They're not even sure. They didn't even release.
I thought it was 8 games.
8 games? See,
8 regular games, and I think that it's really going to be a competition between the bottom half, honestly speaking.
Right.
I want to say, let's say 8, 9, 10. Those are going to be the competition. I mean, if one of them with 4 games, then I think somebody's going to be, it's going to be a playoff game, they said, with the 8th and 19.
I gotta get my cigar game on.
Please do.
It's who has the highest winning percentage too, right?
The winning percentage.
Yeah.
Win percent. And so, did you guys catch any of the digital tournaments they had with them playing 2K? Playing, you had like Kevin Durant playing against all these things. You guys didn't get involved in any of that.
It ain't the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I play video games, but I just wasn't into that. That's what I want to see.
You do play, Craft? You do play?
I do play. Yeah, I play Call of Duty. I play football. I play basketball.
Okay. My son plays, and I go crazy because I think there's people in the basement, and I come down running. Hey, and I hear people talking, and they have regular conversations on there. It's crazy. So we're not sure what the Ern, what are you sipping on? Sockman. He's frozen.
Sockman. Yeah, that's me.
Break it up. Chad, break it up. What should I do? Come come back in or what do you think?
It's your Wi-Fi, bro. You're fucking Memphis, man. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, you're Memphis.
We
What
got
else to do?
Wi-Fi in Memphis.
Everything's a little bit slower.
The Republicans got us again.
Get close to the house. I don't know.
Republicans got us again. I'm coming back
Oh
in.
man. So
Oh shit.
So what's up? What's up for the future for you guys, man? Where is this going? I mean, I'm loving the episodes. I'm loving what you guys are doing. Where do you see yourself in the next few episodes? I mean, now that we're having a guest feature, having you here, this is this. And by the way, Chriso, get on the StreamYard thing. This thing is you'll love it. It's free.
Yes. Please do. Yes.
I'm on it. Soon as we open this, I'm looking into it.
Yeah, it's free. In fact, Ernie SOCKMAN was on our 14th episode, and he does some financial planning and advising. He's in the big in the banking business. And the minute I told him, hey, we found this thing StreamYard, he hit these guys up and was like, yo, we want to invest. We want to come in. We want to get on board. You got something here. It's better than Zoom. It's better than some of the other programs, and it posts right directly to Facebook Live. So
which we are on right now.
We need
So,
that.
so
Hold on.
to be breaking up like
I want to ask the Chopping It Up dudes. Let me ask you a question. So now that it looks like the NBA is going to get rolling, they're going to get going. There'll eventually be a champion. Will there be an asterisk next to this champion's crown?
I say yes, but it's not right. No, it is right. It is right. They shouldn't do that
Because they finished most of their season. I mean, they were down to the last 3 weeks before everything got shut down.
17 games.
You know.
17
So can you call this a legit championship? Whoever comes out to be the champion right now.
I say it's legit.
Definitely.
Doing.
I mean, we did in '99 with the Spurs, right?
right. I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
We did a
Against the Knicks.
lockout year in '99 against the Knicks. We did that year, so I mean, why would we not crown them champion? I mean,
Well, it was a broken down Knicks. It was a broken down Knicks. They should have an asterisk next to that too. But come on, John. You already know how we do it.
Every time the Knicks don't win, somebody want them to have an asterisk next to it. Listen, every time. Jesus Christ. Just take the L, man.
who's your team, Kraft?
Who's your team, Kraft?
Chicago.
See?
Zach LaVine?
I mean, listen, it is what it is, man.
No,
Okay,
okay. So the good question: do you like the franchise or you like the players? Because
Listen,
some people
listen,
some people follow like LeBron.
No, well, I'm stuck liking the franchise because of Mike.
But
So
why?
that's what it is.
Why? What's the? Why do you? Is it like
It's
the
just
Nick
the
thing
love.
where we just?
I grew up in loving the Bulls. That was it. Mike had me loving the Bulls, and after that, I just stayed with them as the Bulls. I wasn't going to jump ship just because he left.
Okay. Have you ever been to the arena, to their game?
I played there once.
Okay, you played there. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. So is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna chalk this season up to like a blackout year. I mean, that kind of year, like
Nah, that ain't right.
We played more games. This year. We can't chalk that up. It's only
Wow.
17
So this
games
is just
left.
strictly a COVID year. Like that's gonna be. By the way, you're talking about NCAA Final Four. Seton Hall, who my daughter goes to Seton Hall. Her boyfriend plays for the Hall. Miles Powell, her friends, and all of them. They feel like they were on the run. They were gonna go, and they feel like they
was
just
on a run.
They was on a run.
Yeah,
you know?
they was on a run, and that's great. That's who I really feel for the college teams because they don't get a chance to do anything. They don't come back and finish up the season for them. No tournament, no nothing. It's just a wash.
It's just a wash. You just get your bag, get a trophy.
Yeah.
I think
you
everyone gets a trophy,
the team
right?
gonna give you a trophy. Yeah, the team.
Yeah, I think everyone got a trophy. Like,
yeah.
And this was a good class. You had him and what's the kid from Marcus Howard from boy, that kid. I mean, he's only 5'10", 5'8", straight up. But boy, can that boy shoot, man. He's like, if anybody could fill a Steph Curry type of guy, he's that. He got that firepower.
Definitely. Let me ask you a question.
Yo, John, no, on mute, man. Tell John to get on mute.
John, you're muted.
You're on mute,
John.
man. You're on mute.
Let me see if I can unmute him.
No, I got it. I'm good. No, I'm saying I'm on the Hofstra campus. My wife works for Hofstra. They haven't made a tournament like 19 years.
Yeah,
and it got like erased. So yeah, those are the dudes I feel for. I feel for those dudes who are not going to get an opportunity to show what they can do in a big spot.
Yeah,
Since
I agree.
you guys are so close, are they going to be able to get their scholarships back? Are they going to be able to come back for another year?
No, it's going to mess everything.
I can't remember. I think I read something in which they're gonna grant those dudes another year of eligibility. I think.
Okay.
If they choose to. Now, to me, I don't like that. To me, I'm like, if you're in college, I think that this is an opportunity to say, hey, shit got fucked up, and you kind of got to take it. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta take your lump.
You gotta take the lump. It wasn't nobody's fault. Nobody jerked you out of anything. This is weird shit happened, but hey, sorry. Wait another 19 years.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
19
That's
years.
better.
Wow, much better, Stockman.
Stockman, much better, brother.
Yeah, nice better. Yes.
Yeah.
I use my cell phone.
Players that graduate from high school, you gonna give them another year of high school, or they just don't get a
Good point.
year?
Good point, Kraft. Good point.
Yeah, but what does it matter though? It doesn't matter.
What do you mean? What does it matter? If I'm a freshman coming in, I'm coming in to play. Now you're bringing back in seniors; they're going to be playing.
That's a good point. Because you're keeping the whole program back a year.
Freshmen, they got 3 more years to play. They got 3 more years to prove themselves.
Nah. Well, listen. The same way them seniors had 4 years to prove yourself. Don't wait for the last year.
Right.
Right about that.
If you would have shit, you would have been gone after your freshman year.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty much. I mean, there's no
chalk it up as a loss, Sam.
Yeah.
Chalk it up as a loss. So let's kick over. I mean, sports is, I know, your thing, but here we talk about a little bit of everything, and my how the world has changed in a short amount of time. In just 90 days, we've seen everything from COVID hit to now the civil unrest. We have police brutality at the forefront of everyone's conversation right now, and everyone asking, how do we help? We have white people who act like they were they never knew this was existing.
Yeah.
And saying,
did y'all see that freaking video of these white actors saying they take responsibility for their part in racism?
No,
I just seen that.
I didn't see it.
Does everybody think that that's the goofiest shit that you've ever seen in your life?
It is.
I didn't see it. Is that what you said? You said some.
Yes, no, I sent you because I want to put something together for like us to say, hey, this is kind of fucking stupid. Because I mean,
I'm taking responsibility.
Yeah, I'm taking. So you should take responsibility for fucking up Michael Jackson. If you're gonna take responsibility for shit, take responsibility for the shit that's important to us.
Right. But unfortunately, it's sad that it took a few burning cop cars and precincts to get some attention and a man's life. Let's not mistake.
And a man's life, yes.
This gentleman was ripped from his life, from his family, by an egregious cop that just had too much Starbucks. Maybe he was hocked up on the juice.
Yo, listen. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna make no excuses for him. There was no Starbucks involved. The man was straight up and down racist. He wanted to kill that man. We're not gonna do that. He wanted to kill that man.
What's the old adage? A picture is worth 1,000 words. I mean, this stuff has been happening, but now you had the visualization, which takes it to another level, and everybody, you could actually almost experience the pain and the agony this brother's going through, and people sitting around and watching it. It's like the old days. You bring up those older pictures where they're hanging slaves and burning people at the stake, and people gathering around. And
glad you say that, Ernst.
The atrocity of it is magnified to some potential, to some level that even white people are feeling that. I mean, this is totally
yes,
totally
like
wrong.
something happened. Like I think because of COVID, like everybody's home and like nothing to do, and all of a sudden everybody sees shit.
Yep.
And now us as black folks are going, now do you fucking see what the hell we've been trying to say?
Right.
But I don't understand what we've been saying that for long. Y'all had videos. It's not like this is the first time.
That's what I'm saying. Go back to Rodney King, 93, 92, 93. The Rodney King video was on TV. It was like, we didn't have HD. Okay, now this is the one in HD, or we didn't have Samsung phones or whatever. But
we thought that would change shit too. Yes, you're exactly right.
So
the fact this guy,
is there a possibility
down this guy like that?
Is there a possibility of an acquittal? Like he can't get a fair trial?
No.
Well, the whole thing.
No.
Any lesson learned? The lesson learned. I'm not a lawyer, you got to charge them with the right thing, else they will walk.
Yeah.
Technicality.
Absolutely,
That's how those guys
absolutely.
Rodney King. I said they're going to walk. People said that because they didn't charge them with the right charge. You got to do the right thing.
They tried to charge him with
third degree first. Third degree murder first.
Third degree. Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Second degree.
Charged with the right crime, then they can be convicted in the letter of the law. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but this is how those guys walk from the Rodney King thing.
Wow.
So if they do that, then they won't. I don't think this guy can walk, because if he walks, I think the whole world would be
the whole world. He can't walk.
But the other guys may get some kind of a pass, because they really, if you look at, they didn't really do anything. Just that they were knowledgeable.
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
Sit back and watch.
Good word, John.
Come on, man.
Complicit.
SOCKMAN, come on, man.
One guy was his first day. One guy was his first day, right?
Yo,
let me tell you something. If we
was his first day?
now, all 6 of us right now going to rob a bank, and I just stand there and I get caught, I'm getting the same time.
Wait a minute.
Else up in there. Everybody.
Is that legit? Like one of those dudes? It was his first day.
One guy, Samoan guy. It was a
That's
Samoan
a fucked up deal. I'm sorry. I actually feel for that brother now.
Hey,
that was your first day. Your first day is the most celebrated goddamn case in the history of fucking.
I'm sure you guys have family.
Man, history is first day.
What do you think happened to Ethan Hawke in Training Day? It was his first day too.
Right.
I'm sure you guys have
like
family or friends that in law enforcement area, but I have some close friends that are involved in it.
Right.
And they say that if you don't side with what they're doing, you might as well just quit the force. They make it so miserable, and make the point where you almost get taken out yourself, that you just can't exist. So
and that's the point.
That blue wall of silence is real.
Yeah,
and that's the point. And that's the point. And Chad and I have said this on multiple podcasts, and I've said this all the time again. It isn't that we think all cops are shitty and we should go out and destroy cops.
Exactly.
Get the fucking bad cops out. Everybody knows who the bad cops were. When we were kids playing in the streets, we knew you know who the bad cops are.
It was that motherfucker with a Dallas Cowboy jersey. Every one of them Hop-Out boys wore a Dallas Cowboy jersey.
That's the code. That's the code, man.
I'm telling you, Kraft, am I not kidding you?
No, you're absolutely right.
Them niggas wore either a Jets jersey or a Dallas Cowboy jersey. And
Hey, chill on the Jets now. Chill.
That's who always got me.
Chill on the Jets, man. Chill. Relax.
Wait, why are we talking still on the Jets? What's happening with them?
Still on the Jets.
Why no, I'm just saying, like, why do we got to throw the Jets in this?
Here's my daughter.
Sound like some shade, though, right, John?
Exactly. Why throwing shade on the Jets? What the fuck? What they do? Ching, brother. I'm gonna pour another one.
Oh man! But now, so when the protest stops, what happens? Once people get, that's why now you're hearing, oh, let's get back to work. Phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Let's get everybody back, because these what's the phrase? The idle hands is the devil's playground, or something like that.
Idle mind is devil's playground.
Yeah, exactly.
So now people are home getting that little unemployment check. Like the government is paying the protesters to go protest.
Well, I talked to somebody the other day, and he was saying, it's a plan by the government to have people not working and have them sit at home. And
tell mommy.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get people comfortable with conspiracy theory. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on out here.
Well, the house of cards for sure has crumbled and been put back together again, and now people are realizing that the brick and mortar going to work was a sham. Working in a building for 9 hours, 10 hours, and you're home getting more productiveness. Where everybody's working from a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. So now companies are saying, "Shit, we're paying $60,000 in rent for this building, and now we can get half our people. We can get a smaller space and headquarters." So the world is rethinking of how business gets done, and this is what we're going to see for the future.
Yeah,
the new normal, so to speak.
Things changed a lot.
Changed a lot in 90 days. Wow.
The COVID changed everything. The COVID even the COVID was bad, but you got the positive side is it made people sit down and watch what was going on. And now everybody,
true that. Yep.
I want to ask y'all this. Where did y'all think of the Democrats wearing the Kente scarves?
They went to the Kwanzaa draw.
You see that, man?
That's Conan.
They were real whack and black with that. Yeah. Like,
that's straight. Listen, that's straight up Conan. To me, the Democrats have to be done. Listen, as black people, we have to realize that Democrats have done nothing for black people other than say, hey, you kind of like need us. Don't you need us? Don't you need us, government people? No. We need you to get out of the way.
Can the Quakers
See, you know what the Republican problem is? The Republican problem is they don't say, you know what? Let's just adapt with the black folks, and you know what?
I agree. Yes.
They made things hot. If we get with them, look at Tiger Woods. Nobody was watching golf. Except white folks. Now look at crap. 4 hours.
True that. Yes.
Yeah. Look, Serena Williams and them. You know, people who were into sports and watching golf. Into tennis, they were watching it.
Absolutely.
But when the Williamses went, this we all watch. Right? So that's just how it is. When it's happening. It's hot.
And it's happening now in racing. It's happening now in racing. Look at what Bubba Wallace is doing.
Come on.
No, Bubba got a voice too. Bubba got a big voice.
That was a big move.
He got a big voice, and he ain't no, you know, like they didn't like let him in. That dude's straight up legit. He's a legit racer.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen, every time,
that's a powerful move by him.
Yeah, super brave of him to not worry about the backlash, and he could have easily just said, "Oh, I'll play my part and speak quietly." But he threw that He just said, "Let's put Black Lives Matter." And
I think we all need to head over to his website and buy a T-shirt or something, and just let him know. Say, hey, you know, appreciate it.
That's dope. That's dope.
I'm gonna just spark a joint and say Bubba's Spark.
Ain't the same dude, man. God damn.
But you know what? For somebody like me who never followed NASCAR at all, to know that now it's like, oh, I want to see who this guy is. I want to hear. It.
Absolutely. And dudes in hockey too. There's a bunch of brothers in hockey.
There's one that played for the Rangers, ain't he? Can't remember his
yeah.
A couple of black guys.
Wow. So what do you think about Roger Goodell coming out and saying he was wrong? Oh, come on, guys.
Yo.
This is your platform. Listen. This is all I gotta say about Roger Goodell right now. I knew Roger Goodell was a fish market guy, and if you live in New York, you know a fish market is real shifty, right? Because when the Patriots cheated, right? When the Patriots cheated and he burnt the tapes, I said that's some real mob shit right there. He's a fish market ass.
That's gangster. That's gangster. When you burn, when you get rid of the evidence.
Yo.
That's gangster shit, man.
Wait. Hold on. Can you rewind? I don't know this story. So what happened? He did what?
Oh, he found out the Patriots were really cheating.
Is this the deflate gate? Is this the?
This is facts.
No, what's the gate? Is this the deflate gate? What's the?
No, this is when they had the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl against the Rams.
A regular game.
No.
The Super Bowl.
Oh,
the Super Bowl against the Rams.
I apologize.
So instead of the game being tainted, right? He rather the rumors. He destroyed the evidence. Hell no.
What?
Nobody I never see this ever.
Wow.
Ever. So y'all can talk about your rumors all y'all want.
I'm not
the coaches of the Rams.
What did he say?
He was like, "Listen, I don't want nothing to do with it. Burn the tape. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I ain't got nothing to do with this. It wasn't me.
It's easy on me. Burn. I don't
wasn't
know.
me. I'm gonna make this decision an easy decision. No, the Rams will say that they had this one practice in which they changed everything. They changed all their calls. They changed everything. There is no way that you can make an adjustment to their calls they made unless you saw it.
Wow.
That's true.
Wow.
But back to Roger Goodell, his statement, I'm on the fence with it. Like
is he the Vince McMahon of football? Is he the?
He had to make that statement.
The wrestling guy?
He had to, but I believe the whole thing with Colin Kaepernick, he was pressured by the owners. He didn't really have anything to do. It was the owners, I believe, pressured him into everything.
So is that what crack?
Because for him, it was a win or lose nothing for him.
And club soda?
Is that Robert Kraft? You mean the guy?
Yeah, mainly Robert Kraft.
Okay.
Jerry.
So you think he got in his ear and said, "What? This is not good for business if this goes down."
Yeah, exactly. And he works for them. So
True.
what do you think is going to happen? You know
wow.
What I mean? He going to stand with them. Because if you actually sit back and think about it, he didn't say nothing but utter the words that the coaches were saying. He never came out and stand on something on his ground or how he felt.
Oh wow. Okay. So what? And now that I got you guys here, thank you for filling me in because I'm totally naive. What did Drew Brees do? Why is everybody hating Drew Brees?
Drew Brees went crazy, man.
Drew Brees stepped backwards.
If you're not there with the flag,
it went sideways.
The country, you don't like the military, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down.
He missed the whole message.
Is that a quote? Is that a quote? Is that what he said?
He missed the whole message, man.
Basically,
he missed the whole message.
Yeah,
that's why he backpedaled.
His grandfather was fighting, and he fought for this country. And every time he put his hand in his heart, he get butterflies, whatever crap he was saying. But what about the
John? You muted,
huh? John muted. Yo, and the brother said, "Yo, man, my grandfather is black, and he fought next to your grandfather and came back." Right. And he was treated like a sucker when he came back.
Exactly.
Brees got it bad.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's the future for Drew Brees? What happens to him now?
Baby. Shout out to the babies.
Well,
combo with Miles.
Well, he backpedaled and tried to be contrite and all that stuff. So it'll take a while for him to wear off. At least he was contrite instead of double down like your boy in the White House.
That's a big word.
Well, that's what's going to help him. Because when that boy in the White House went and made a comment, tweeted to him, "Oh, you didn't have to apologize for nothing," and then he went back at him and was like, "No, I had to. Like, I messed up." Yeah,
right.
So that's going to help him out a little coming back. Yeah.
So what's the future for Drew Brees? Is he gonna come back? Is he?
Yeah, he'll be back, man.
He's gonna come back.
They're gonna forgive him.
They'll forgive him because he was contrite, dude. You just can't throw people under the bus because they sidestep once in a while. You know what I mean? Because we all make mistakes. Nobody's infallible. You're gonna make a mistake. And sometimes, a little bit more egregious than others. But at least you're contrite and genuinely. I mean, I was surprised he even made that remark because this guy's generally a good dude. He's done a lot for New Orleans for the black community down there as well. Doing this whole Superstorm Sandy.
Yeah, he has.
I was really surprised how he came out.
You can't forget that.
Got caught up in the moment and stuff like that. You just can't look at the whole picture. So I give myself, again, I give him a little bit of a pass in the sense that, he's done a lot for the community as far as he's embraced black people in that sense and helped the community and donated a lot of money for a lot of people in what ward is that?
Third ward.
He's donated a lot of money down there, gone down
and he's
there,
never run away from it.
houses and all that stuff.
He's never run away from it.
No.
What
I believe
took it head on.
He spoke from his point of view, from how he sees.
Yes.
He didn't speak from a broad view from everybody.
Exactly.
He just spoke from how he sees it in his experience.
Which
he didn't think about everybody when he was speaking.
He needed better media training, man. Come on, man.
But this lead, Chris.
Listen. All he had to do is start off saying, "Man, I hate the fact that the flag is being disrespectful, but I understand."
No,
why
Chris,
this is what it's come to that makes
He's
people
not thinking of that.
No, I'm saying, but people say, "You know what? We with you, Drew." Like people say, "Listen, you can't kill a man like that," and really, you know what I mean? And he could have got his point across and still bigged up and laid it down for black folks at the same time. No, he just stood up, American flag, held on his chest, talked about his uncles and the GI.
That's
So he made it about him as opposed to making it about the world.
He didn't think about a broader sense. He just
thought
about his view of what he's seeing. So that's why I'm not going to.
Which leads me to my next comment to say, why are these celebrities, unfortunately, why are their opinions so heavy? Why does it matter that he said that? He's just a guy. He's just a human.
Yo, man.
They have a huge following, man. These guys follow like LeBron James and all those. They follow these guys.
Right.
Be like Mike.
So are we giving these guys too much credit? Like what?
Yeah.
All the time.
We're giving him too much credit as a social human being, like his involvement.
No, we're not giving him too much credit.
Like the player, you don't gotta like the man.
Well, not us here, but the people that have responded to this.
Yeah, no, but times has changed. So now they have to be influenced. right, in everything that they're doing right now. Because
Really?
They have a voice. Yes, they do. Because
They have a platform.
Listen, little
They have a
boys
voice.
and kids, they have a big platform. And listen, if
Yeah.
they come out and say a certain thing, little boys and girls is going to follow them.
Okay.
Regardless of what. Listen, this media is what's raising these kids right now.
Yeah,
All
good
right?
point.
So if you got
I
people
love it. I
coming
love the
out
point.
Yeah,
and
yes.
saying things in a positive way, and think that's what's going to start rubbing off. And then if your star, like if you love LeBron James, but your dad is a racist, that's hard for you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? For that kid,
Yeah.
you're not going to be turned to a race. You're going to be like, you're going to be talking to your dad or hiding the fact that you like black kids or you don't see a problem with it.
Well, this happened with
This is
Michael
why
Jordan
they have
fans
to-
for years. I mean, you're a Jordan fan. This happened in the 80s with every kid that had a poster of every Michael Jackson, Jordan, pick one. They had everyone
exactly.
in their rooms and their fathers. Get out of here. Get these.
But this
Stickers
is
off
why
my
they
wall.
need to speak up. That's exactly why the celebrities need to speak up against this.
So they do have a responsibility, is what you're saying.
They
Yes,
have, you know, if you look in history, they have the ability to make a change. Look at Jackie Robinson, you know, look at Muhammad Ali, look at Kurt Flood. These guys the black people always want to sacrifice themselves for the good of better people.
Showing your age,
You
right?
know what I mean? So those guys have
Sockman.
come along as trailblazers, and I always believe that some people are born for the right time to do certain things. I met Tommy Smith, the guy that, you know, with the Olympics with the black glove. And those guys, man, they don't much they sacrifice. They look beyond themselves.
Yeah.
They were born for the right time to do the right thing. You know, they came along at the right time, man, to be able to be a trailblazer, to make change. So these guys, athletes, have such a huge audience that they can make some change. They can influence, man. You know, these guys, you're born in this world. You don't know nothing. They're taught this racism. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm glad you mentioned Kurt Flood, man, because it seems like sports has always been ahead of the curve. It always seems like sports has always been the vehicle to say, hey, why the fuck are we having this problem?
You go in the locker room, these guys don't see color, they see family. You know what I mean?
They see family. They see family, and and you know, let's be real, they see us getting to our potential goal, which is winning, which means a little bit more money for us. So why do I hate this dude because he you know, he's a black dude from Alabama? You know, why should I hate on this dude if this dude is going to be the guy that's going to help me get to the promised land?
Sports has always bridged the gap, man. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are.
Well, sports
race
music,
doesn't matter.
sports
Like,
and music.
Exactly. Sports
They hug and embrace one another, man.
Yeah.
It's just a
So
beautiful
who's
thing.
more the power of influence, Drew Brees or LeBron James?
I'll probably say LeBron James, man.
How?
No.
Drew Brees is quick.
I would say,
You know, but
And the Quakers are more powerful. I don't care what anybody says.
but that's unfair.
Okay.
But that's unfair because Drew Brees, as Sockman said, Drew Brees has done his in the communities in which in where he lives.
Right.
You know, and so
You guys see that? You see the game when he came to his sons had on they had LeBron Jordan jerseys on, and he embraced the other kid that got drafted down there, and it just, I don't know, maybe it's money involved or something, but his kids wear all his jerseys.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. If Drew Brees said, if LeBron James said, yo, you know, George Floyd got killed, y'all need to stand up and pay attention. Or if Drew Brees said, pay attention, who's gonna make more of a difference?
Probably Drew Brees.
that's a good point. That's a good point, Mike. Yes, Drew Brees will make.
Well, I mean, there's two different races here. There's a you have the people who are gonna jump on it because of race, and you're gonna have people that are gonna. But if Drew Brees said, "Hey, what happened was totally wrong," and flipped and went the other way, people are gonna say, "Wow, okay, well, Drew
They're
Brees,"
gonna pay attention to that.
and then he will make a difference in that perspective, and that's kind of what everyone's asking in the social world of saying, "Hey, white people that want to know how do they help?" They're telling them to call out racism when you see it, and tell people, "Nah, that's not cool." But we have our own little things to deal with here, and I think the one thing that confuses everyone is the double standard of the N-word.
Yes.
Oh, I got a question about the Q word.
Q word?
Q word.
What's the Q word?
What's the Q word?
Quakers.
Quaker.
And they said, I
Quakers?
can't say Quaker.
I
You
haven't-
know, around the Quaker oatmeal box. You know, the Quaker.
Yeah.
I thought it was Cracker.
Are there still Quakers around? Are there still Quakers?
No, hold on, chat. Steve, go over your head.
He's calling them. He's
What
calling
is it?
white people Quakers.
Educators.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
let Mike talk. Let Mike talk.
Right. So I'm saying, I say Quakers, right?
Yeah.
I don't say, the C word or the white people. I say Quakers. And then and Chris and Crab are like, yo, you can't say, yo, what's wrong with you? You saying that? That's crazy.
No, what I said, it don't sound right when you say it. You know what I mean? I just say the whites.
No, I want to say the Quakers, man. I want to say the Quakers.
But isn't a Quaker a person, like a culture that has done things and they've, is that fair?
Yeah,
to
Mike
make
ain't look it up.
No,
lately, yeah.
Quaker is the Quaker white man on the box, man.
Yo, he's doing his face.
Are you saying I shouldn't give my kid oatmeal? I don't understand.
You educate me, man.
You're losing me, bro. You're losing me, Mike.
People are telling me I can't
He used to eat a lot of oats when he was younger, y'all. All he knows is
that Quaker guy is soft. He can't hurt anybody.
Right, see,
You learn something new every day.
I know things, Chad. I could say, Shadow said, I could say Quakers alive without being a racist, man. You know what I'm saying?
I would have
wait.
so
No
that
one
doesn't mean
you was a racist because you say Quaker. I just said it don't sound right. We
Well,
know you're not a racist.
well, but let's ask each other while we're here. Does saying the N-word sound right? Do we, when we say it amongst each other versus the other way? Now everyone says that in great controversy and great things that go on in world-changing events, there's always going to be a sacrifice. Why can't our sacrifice be give up that word? Why can't we give it up?
I agree. I don't think you can have it both ways.
Can't have it both ways.
I don't think you can have it both ways.
I don't think so.
But it's such a term of endearment, man. Like, say my nigga.
Because if I
the connotation.
look at the Toby thing, right? If I say it to you so much, you believe it. And that's what they did to us. They said it so much that we said, it don't even bother me no more. I'll call you that. I'll call it. And we took we made it a term of endearment.
We made it a term of endearment.
Quakers call each other niggas.
But why?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So why does it offend you when they call it to you? Why?
Because they say nigger.
I know they don't. Because they can't. How many other words they say wrong?
It's a context.
They say
it's a context.
Exactly.
Hey, yo, your people get whiter if you say nigga.
You gonna test the cheetah?
Yeah, man.
No.
Damn, Mike.
It's really all the context that you say it in. Context. You know
But trying to explain that to your friend who's your basketball buddy on the white team that says, I can say it, but you can't say it. You can say it, but I can't say it. And
it's a double standard. It is.
he wants to enjoy the music, the culture. He wants to listen to Wu-Tang Clan. He wants to say when it comes on and he forgets he says it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you. It's a double standard without question, right? But I mean, we live with double standards every day.
Of course.
Your daughter can't do what your son can do. You know what I'm saying? And your oldest son can't do what your youngest son. The oldest son get away with more than the youngest son can get away. Like that's how it's double standard.
Okay,
we can say it.
But do you give somebody a pass if they seem to have an understanding of how that's placed? One of the things that I talked about on our podcast previously is I got a white friend. I got a white friend named Chuck. We hit the bar one night, and we start drinking and we start having a conversation, and all of a sudden, I say something, and Chuck says, "Nah, nigga, but what you don't understand is," and it sounds okay. It sounds right. It sounds. It's one of those things where it's like, what? Wait a minute. He just said, but you know what? It sounded okay, and it was.
Jay, is he still alive?
Absolutely, he is. I tried to get him to dial in to this hit. I mean, Chad knows him.
The thing is, some of the white boys refer to themselves as my nigga like that. They do
the
same
thing. Absolutely. Yeah, and don't talk about those Latin dudes, those Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. They use niggas more than black people.
Yeah. You come down in the South somewhere, you see these flags flying around, and when they say nigga, they mean nigger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Perspective is important.
You know what I mean? It's about a power. They have power and influence over me. That's the deal.
So keeping on that vein, right? Look what just happened. We're all from the kind of the same age group, and we grew up in the same, same demographics, etc. Look what happened to the F word. Let's go there. that word has made it extremely uncomfortable to say in any environment where you used to use it with impunity.
Okay, this is Two Bros podcast. So what are we talking about? Fuck? We talking about
Faggot.
faggot. Talking about faggot. Okay.
Ooh, taboo.
But you saw how you felt? But didn't you feel your heart drop out? Because you go, oh shit.
Me no.
No, I'm saying,
it's like
in a bar, if you say it in a bar or you say it in public, SOCKMAN.
Okay, but okay, so let me throw this out. So let me say that okay, let's say you're in an environment in which you're with a bunch of people, you're having a good time, you're sipping on what you're sipping on, and you drop the word nigga, you drop the word faggot, and somebody comes up to you and says, hey bro, hey, would you mind taking it easy on that word, and I don't think that's kind of appropriate. Your response would be what?
All right, my
out
bad.
of here.
No problem. All right, my bad.
Get out of my
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me be honest.
I weigh situation where I'm at, man.
How many drinks have I had?
I check myself a little bit to see if I'm out of bounds.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying is
sometimes you're out of bounds, you don't even know it.
Right.
But
okay, my bad. I offended somebody. I'm here to have a good. If I'm here to have a good time. I'm too old to be with the shit right now. So maybe
that's what I meant.
Rizzo might have said, "What, man? If you don't go mind your business over there, man, you ain't even with us over here."
I do you?
I don't say it. I don't say it.
Older Crizzo's like, "Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, sir." But now
we've all matured. We've all come from a different place, and we've seen, all of us could tell stories of what our life was and where we are now.
Right.
And unfortunately, some of those stories, the average person can't fathom. They would be like, "Word? Like, really? You really saw a guy's dick blown off? Or it sounds like you're making this up." That's just where we came from. You know what I'm saying? And to us, we're numb to it. And so psychologically, we have learned to live and deal with it and move on. But what that word did, I guarantee most of us will be more cautious of that F word in public, at work, or wherever you go, or doing whatever you're doing, making sure you don't say it. I almost got arrested in Canada for using that word.
I remember that. Tell that story, Chad. Tell that story. That's fun.
So I'll tell you, I was doing a project in Toronto, right? And if y'all don't know, I do like hotels around the world, and some people think it's fun. I get to travel or whatever else. So I'm doing a project in Toronto. Beautiful city. People say, "Oh, it's just like New York." Yeah, the team there. They got the Raptors station and all that stuff. We're doing a hotel right there, and Ernie visited the hotel. You went there after Hotel X. It was nice, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, nice,
so
very nice.
We're doing a construction meeting, and the guys we're all arguing over certain stuff or whatever else. And the fucking faggots. You guys are acting like faggots. And I pushed the table, meaning stop being pussies and like chumps.
Yeah.
And the room got cold. Everyone looked, and they just went down in their pads. And when I went outside, the fucking Mountie was outside saying, "Hey, is that the guy right there? He's the one who said the offensive word?" What? And they tried to arrest me. Now, this is
kidding me.
You cannot.
Wait, that's a law?
That's a law. That is a law. You cannot gender shame anyone in Toronto. You cannot. You can't even. If you call a waitress,
sweetie,
boy, ma'am, or sir, they don't use those terms. Now they don't bother you with the simple little "I'm not a man, sir. I identify as something different," because there's a lot of fucking queers, people identify as non-binary is what they call it.
Non-binary,
whatever the hell that is. But they tell you, just say, "Oh, my name is John or Jay or Tom. Call me who I am. Don't call me he said this, she said." Don't say he said. That's even that they call it criminal over there. They get really bent out over that. But the culture doesn't even allow for it. So when they say, "Oh, he's another," huh?
And they say nigga?
Of course.
You see that?
With impunity. With impunity.
Over, man.
I only flipped the table because I was too big. I'm a big guy. And they thought I was ready to ruckus the place up. And they was like, "Oh." And I said, I didn't mean to turn the table. I wasn't being aggressive. They said, "No, you aggressively use an offensive term to these people here, and they want to press charges." They wanted to press charges. And I'm like, "Y'all gonna," because I said, "What exactly I said?" And they was like, "We can't repeat it."
What?
Oh wow, that's pretty wild, man.
I'm telling you,
Chad, how
bro.
long ago when was this?
I did the project right before you visited, so that was a year ago.
Wow.
20,
Wow.
end of
wow,
20,
wow.
end of 2018 into 19. So 1 year ago.
Wow. Wow. That's pretty wild, man.
I was in a bar and and the guy, the bartender, who I could not tell was it, short haircut, had a little man boobs. I'm like, all right, well, that's it. I mean, it looked like a dude with the man boobs.
Right.
And I thought it was a guy. He was like, I'm neither. And he said,
I'm neither.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
My name is Freddie, and call me Freddie. Don't call me sir, man.
Chad, man. Are you okay, man? I think we need to hold on a second. Yo, man, we need to talk. What's going on?
I drink.
Are you okay, brother?
I'm fine.
Bother you?
Yeah, you good, right?
No. The thing that bothered me was that I thought I felt like the crazy guy in a room full of people that was all in on the joke, and I didn't know the joke.
Well, so let me ask this question, man. Just to change track a little bit.
Okay.
How you guys think? How's this election thing gonna play out? With the pandemic and COVID and all that stuff, and the long lines, and people being. I mean, the guys who vote recently, they had almost past midnight, long lines to be able to vote. I mean, how's that going to play out, man? Because they were supposed to be they had write-ins and stuff like that. They have problems with that, as far as absentee balance and stuff like balances.
They're going to call fraud. Like Trump is going to call fraud.
Yeah, he's going to.
He's going to play the fraud card.
Scary, man. Should I send in the absentee ballot? Because that line is going to be crazy, especially with that distance. They're going to be trying to have 6 feet in between.
I did the same thing. Absentee ballot.
I got
absentee ballot. I think COVID has shown us where the cracks are.
Yeah.
Like where the cracks are, and where hey, you know what, you're kind of like fucking behind and shit. Maybe we can move this shit up a little bit, and you guys are in the 21st century. You guys don't need to be doing this.
Antiquated, if you look at it, man.
Absolutely.
Exactly what it is.
You shouldn't be waiting. You shouldn't be waiting in long. You shouldn't be waiting in long ass lines to vote.
SOCKMAN,
no.
SOCKMAN,
SOCKMAN, repeat yourself with Mike Nice.
Sorry?
What's that word you said? What's the word you used?
I'm old, so I can't remember what I said.
You gotta. How old do you think that guy is? He's
40. He's 40, man. We're gonna give him 40. 40.
He'll take it.
The word
40 plus 20. 40 plus
SOCKMAN was here putting the shit down when we were all born.
I went to school down in North Carolina. I was all segregated.
I don't know what he said, man.
I went to a segregated school, dude. And when I first came to New York, I was totally surprised that you could actually talk to a white person without looking them in their eye. That's what I always tell my son.
Wow.
When you talk to someone, look them directly in their eyes. You always had to look down. You couldn't go across the street. You couldn't go here. You couldn't go there. And you knew your place. They kept you in your place down there, man.
So say it again.
They were still hanging people down there. Those times when I was going through, they're still hanging without any, repercussions behind that.
I think everybody missed this. You said you went to a segregated school.
Yes. We went to a black school. All blacks went to one area. We lived in this one area. You couldn't go outside those areas.
This was North Carolina?
Dilapidated. Yeah, North Carolina. Beat up. Run down. I mean, those times you don't think about it. I look back on it, and I'm like, wow, we didn't have nothing.
Floorboard,
Zero.
wood, just wood on top.
Wood. You could see through the floors to the bottom, to the ground.
To the grass.
And there was no heat. You sit up there with your coat on in class. It was crazy.
Oh, man.
You had toilet or no? Wait.
I was totally surprised. When I
Outhouse?
to New York, I'm like, wait a minute. You can actually walk down the street with white people? I'm like, what? It's crazy.
That's deep.
But, we've come a long way. But, I always preach to all these kids, education. Because once you have that, they cannot take anything away from you. And you can figure things out. And that's the biggest thing that we have for us. But they want to give you that because they didn't let you go to school. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
now
they
it's not
keep
enough.
you behind the 8 ball and don't let you even go to school and expect you to, to perform some miracles and stuff like that. It's changing slowly.
Yo, you went to school in the early 1900s, man?
I'll be 65 in a few months. That's all.
Oh, yo, shout out to you, Cat.
Yeah, man, you look real good.
Black don't crack.
I'm trying.
What you smoking, SOCKMAN? SOCKMAN, what you smoking?
I'm trying.
What you puffing on, SOCKMAN?
Don't tell him the secret. Don't tell him the secret.
Which one? Arturo Fuente?
A blunt.
Yeah.
No, what is that? What is that?
Hey, what's that shirt say? What's that shirt say?
I smoke cigars and I know shit.
I'm gonna have to get one of those.
Oh man. So,
but it's incumbent upon all you know, like what you're doing now, Chad, and what we're doing here is to gather these forums and to basically keep talking to these kids, mentoring these kids. Absolutely. Because they don't know, man. Think about when you were young, you didn't know shit for nothing. You know what I mean? And you're a little bit better off since your parents, in the sense that I would guarantee that the generation to my grandson, those were the first, maybe the second generation that's actually going to college and graduating.
Yeah.
Most of the people who came through, when I came through, man, college wasn't even a possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Heroin and drugs and all that stuff took motherfuckers out. That's why I played sports. It kept me in the game, because all my friends, they all freaking just
tell them where you played, Ernie.
Jail or heroin.
Tell them where you played, Ernie.
Man, I played everywhere, man. I was in Brooklyn. I played with all those guys, Fly Williams and those guys back in the days. And those guys said he could make more money out the streets than the NBA.
Tell them what school. Tell them the school you played at, Ern. You played Brooklyn Tech?
Yeah, Brooklyn Tech. That's why I went to Brooklyn Tech.
Oh,
I was an engineer.
With the shorts, he had one nut out with the shorts out.
He played with the swimming trunks.
Yeah.
In high school, we played in those shorts.
Yeah, with the athletic on it, and you write your name in it.
Yeah, and you could.
All these kids are smart, man. They just need some direction of somebody to help them and move them along. No one does nothing in life by themselves, so you need help. You need mentoring. You need people to pull along. Like Bill Gates, right? This dude, him and his boys used to break into the college to use their computers, and the cops came. And what they do, the whole parents got together, funded them so they could actually use computers. What would have happened to the black kids? They'd have been in jail, got arrested, right? It's crazy. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, again, those standards, those double standards, we're widely seeing them, and they're getting exposed, and they look disgusting. I mean, the killer from Connecticut that went on that rampage, killed 2 people, and to see the cops wipe his brow and put water in his mouth while he's handcuffed. When they got him, that's horrible. That's disgusting. The disgust that comes with that. And so I think that, Ernie, you're right, but I think more the people are just feeling like, yo, we're fed up, man. We're not asking y'all no more. We've been showing y'all these tapes. We've been telling y'all from day one. There's a lot of injustice going on, and I don't think we all have the answers, because there's so many things wrong. There's so much wrong. There's so much brokenness that it's like, how do you just? Where do you start? We all have kids, and I feel for me. My son goes out, my grandson goes out. I'm like, I tell him, be careful every time he goes out, because I know what can happen. My son got a ticket, man. I gave him like 10 tickets for coming across the line. 10 tickets, dude. Is that really necessary? My nephews and them over there in Brooklyn, they just continually harass them all the time for no reason, because they're gathering. At some point, it's a breaking point. It's a tipping point. They're sitting out there hanging out, not doing nothing. They harassing them. It's crazy. The white boys come out there, they just go on and do what they do. It's crazy. It is a disparity, man, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I think now the forefront is, police reform is at the forefront of this change. I think that word defunding freaks people out when they hear this defunding of the police, instead of them saying, we're not going to give you $90 million for tactical gear. We're going to spend it on school programs. And I think, if they just word it a little better, people will feel a little easier, because now you have the cops thinking, oh, de Blasio's turning his back on us. He's gonna, and now there's this whole, they already hate him. Why? He's got
like him anyway.
A black wife.
They don't like him anyway.
Everybody hates de Blasio. Everybody hates de Blasio. I don't know how that motherfucker got elected, because nobody likes that motherfucker.
Well, he got elected because he got a black wife, and then now they don't like him because he got a black wife.
Because his black wife's a crook.
Like you said, Chad,
his black wife's a fucking crook.
It's all semantics, like you say, man. You're like, okay, you say how you deliver the message. Like you say, Black Lives Matter. But they mean that Black Lives Matter. People like, okay, white lives matter. Matter. I mean, maybe they quantify it and say Black Lives Matter too. You know what I mean? That might have been a better way to say it.
Hey,
but you know, people they take the wrong connotation, man. It changes the narrative all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I think everyone's been, like you said, I think everyone's kind of looking for this. What do I follow? Do I say it the right way? Is Black Lives Matter okay? I got the shit kicked out of me for saying all lives matter. Everybody was like, "What? What do you mean?"
You should have.
You should have.
I'm like, wait a minute. I just mean I don't want to see anyone die. I don't want to see anyone get killed. It was like, oh, that's totally okay. So we are. Okay, so let's go there to your let's go to sports. What about the football coach? He wore "Football Matters."
That's fine.
Yeah, they
oh my gosh!
Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you guys know who I'm talking about?
You're talking about the dude in Clemson, right?
Clemson.
Yeah.
Dabo Sweeney.
Coming for his job.
Yeah, they coming for a job for that.
Yeah. Well, and one of his assistant coaches, I read, did this racial slurring thing, but he said it was within context, something that they were, they kind of brushed it off.
But listen, how many of us have we all played sports when we were younger?
Yeah,
all of us
in some form of fashion.
How many of us? I mean, raise your hand. How many of us have not been called a nigger?
Well, exactly.
So I mean, on the grand scheme of things, this is minor shit. And the thing that bothers me is that we focus on this little pity patty bullshit, as opposed to the other to the big shit.
The real issue.
You know, I mean, okay, a white coach called a black dude a nigger. God damn, we've all felt that. We've all felt that, and we understand. And when you break it down in the context, it's really not. It's really not as offensive as what everybody else makes it as. But you know what? But when you involve all the fucking white actors in Hollywood, oh my God, he said that word. How could you say that word? No, fuck it.
Look at Matthew McConaughey. Look at all these guys. These guys are all chipping in. They're all backpedaling and trying to figure out how to be politically correct. And we've turned our culture to a political correctness, which I never thought we ever would. I never thought we wanted to be politically correct. We were always on the cusp.
Why you say that? Why you say we turned it into a politically correct?
Well, because when did we ever care what people thought about us until now?
Thank you. Yes, I agree. Yes.
When did we ever care that?
What you mean?
I would be yelling straight back. I would say your boy in the White House has given these guys carte blanche. That underground movement of Jim Crow area. Now they got more emboldened and blazing. Like for the cops, they've been getting away with so much stuff that now it's surfacing. And these guys talking about, they killed that guy, the jogger. Told me they could make a citizen arrest. They didn't see him do anything. So how are you gonna make a citizen arrest for somebody who didn't even do anything? You know what I mean?
Oh,
he's giving them carte blanche to come up and start doing things that they can get away with. That's the biggest problem. He has changed the whole roadmap.
Yeah, it definitely has. I mean, the landscape has changed, and I just, unfortunately, I always, and I think John thinks the same way. We talk about this a lot. I always worry about our freedoms being, everything that we fought for freedom and your ability to have an opinion. That's next thing is going to be arrest me because I thought about killing this guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Things are changing, hopefully, and it goes back to Drew Brees. That's why he's more influential. If he speaks up, then the Quakers going to listen. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let me not say that. I'll take that back. Not say Quakers. All right. Not say Quakers. I mean
Amish.
The angry mean dudes. That's what I mean. But regular.
That's that guy with the little hat.
Right. People have a good heart. Those people are the ones that's gonna have to. I protested with my kids. You know what I'm saying in my neighborhood.
That's good.
Yeah. Did you?
And I didn't at first. They were, people were protesting and everything. I was like, all right, it's crazy. I've been there, Million Man March. I did all that. But when I walked up and I saw the white people with Black Lives Matter shirts and posted, and they good. They stood up on the bench. Say his name. Say their name. Andrew Bland, and that it almost was like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, I hear you, dude. I feel you on that. I've been almost the same situation when I see people, and when you see love like that,
right?
It's a whole nother freaking feeling and sensation. That's love on a high level, man.
Is that love though?
Everything.
Is that love or is that guilt?
Yeah, it might be a little bit of
both. Is that love or is that guilt?
It might be a little bit of both.
Because my point always been, I'm out here in on the Hofstra campus. I'm like in between like Hempstead and whatnot, and they had these protests out in Hempstead and stuff like that. So my question has always been, okay, so fine, you have these opinions, and Black Lives Matter. Are you going to go to the bodega in Hempstead and buy water?
Right.
Out of the bodega?
Right. No, they're not that comfortable yet.
They still scared.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, they're not that
Right,
still
exactly.
scared, right?
And so like when it matters, where are you going to be?
Right.
It's cool now.
From here?
It's cool now. Now it's cool. It's kind of cute. You can tell all your white friends, "Hey, look how look how woke I am," and shit like that. But what are you gonna do if what
are you gonna do when they come bust the door in and say, "Hey, you over there"?
Exactly. So what are you gonna do? I mean, all this shit. These fucking white actors who are like, "Oh yes, I'm complicit." They're pretty much saying, "Hey, look, when you decide to do the revolution, don't come to my house."
Yeah.
Right.
And just 1 second, guys. If anyone has to go, if you have any other thing to do, this is not scripted. You don't have to stay on. We appreciate your time here, Chris. Though I know you sent me a text saying you had to run. It's cool. You could chime off anyway. We appreciate you. Just sign off. Tell everybody, peace. We're not holding anyone hostage here, but we love the dialogue. We love the conversation, and this unfortunately will not be the end of these types of conversations, especially as Black men in our community. We have a responsibility, as we said to Drew and all these other guys, but we're out here and people are watching, whether they subscribe or not, whether they act like they're watching or not, they're watching. Right. And people are...
we should all be subscribed. We're all subscribed to Chop It Up Sports, right?
Absolutely.
I'm subscribed to y'all.
Yeah, I'm in the game now, man.
Please do. But we appreciate, if you got to go, don't worry about it, Chriso. Anything... this is just free. We do this all the time. We free thought, we free thinking people. And as long as this platform is available, we're going to continue to convey our thoughts. And hopefully somebody chimes back and says, yeah, I agree or I disagree. We love the term agree to disagree. Why don't we have that?
Real quick before you go, I'll always say that, when you have a bunch of people together, some ideas are formulated. And sometimes stuff comes through serendipity, right? Yeah. So you come doing one thing, and all of a sudden something happens, it strikes another nerve. All of a sudden now you got something to run with, and that may be very fruitful. So once you have a meeting of minds, those are all the ideas that flow back and forth. That communication. This is the biggest problem we have now.
What's that, Chris?
Those ideas are not, the singular. They're singular.
I'm with you, SOCKMAN. I just don't want to go loud with it. I just don't want to go loud with it. I just want it to be us. I don't want to tell anybody yet. I want to build it first and then say, oh, hey, this is what we got here.
True.
I don't want to go live with it first. I can't do that.
Yeah, it takes a tough skin to do that. I mean, and it's really, we said that a couple of times and was like, oh, well, what if? And that goes to my point, what I said, Mike, like, when did we ever care? Like, what I'm saying? Especially until somebody tells me, oh, you can't say that because of this. Now, we've been demonetized several times. Like, we've tried to monetize our station, and people came and YouTube said, oh, you guys talk about controversial issues. With no sponsors will work with you. We said, fuck it. If our message means more than the 37 cents we got in the check we got from Google. 37 cents was the check, by the way. They wasted a stamp for 37 cents. 37 cents.
Ah, man, you should always frame that. You should frame that for real. You should frame that.
I don't think we even catch it. I don't even think we catch it.
Every episode, you should start that picture with the 37-cent check, like for
because
real.
It's stupid.
Seriously,
but our
show the disrespect. Like, what's wrong with y'all, man?
But our thoughts and our words and us being communal, communicating. And I think through the technology, we've lost the way to talk to people. We text because it's easier, and there's no misconception of what I said. You read the words unless you had a typo, and then you get to, there's no taking it back. It's like, that's the way to get out of it, right? You go, shit, the auto text. I didn't mean SMH. I meant SMH.
It's called inflection.
Yeah.
Yo, Stockman, man, you got these words, man.
Yeah,
my bad. Words, man. You added my vocabulary, man.
Yo, man.
I got 3 today. I got contrive.
I got a word for all you guys to be, man. Sacrosanct.
What?
What?
Sacrosanct.
What's that?
What's that?
Look it up.
Oh,
yo.
You
can't say words you don't know the meaning, man. You can't just say it,
man. Look it up. Tell you. That's what I am. Sacrosanct. That's what you guys are, man.
All right.
Well, I want to thank you guys for
that can't be stopped.
This has been
a force that cannot be stopped.
Oh, a force that cannot be stopped?
Yeah.
Sacrosanct.
Right? You guys are sacrosanct, man.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna tell Marcus to put that on the beginning of our show. This is dedicated to Sockman. Boom. Power to dedicated to Sockman.
Power to the people. But yes, power to the people. But guys, I got to get out of here. I want to thank Chopping It Up Sports. I want to thank Sockman for joining us for our 100th episode. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you,
man.
Yo, people don't really know how. Yo, I don't even understand how instrumental Chad was already in Chopping Up Sports. Like he was the reason why I really started to drink. Once I watched y'all drink, I'm like, oh no, I gotta go. My brother's
listen,
just talking regular, and I'm like, yo, that's just talking regular, this regular life, whatever's going on.
Absolutely.
At the time.
Listen,
I gotta do it.
Once you put it in the universe, you force the hand. So
I called him up. I said, "Yo, bro, I see what you're doing, right? Yo, I said, I see what you're doing, and I need a backdrop immediately. What's up?"
And what happened? The next day you called me, it was ready for you. I was like, "Come pick it up. Come pick it up. Let's go." But that's how we have to be, man. We got to follow through with our actions and follow through with, our words are convictions. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we should say, "Word is born. Word is bond. Word is bond. Word is bond." People change it to "word is born," but word is bond, and that's your word is your bond.
Yo, congrats on the 100th episode, man.
Yo, we appreciate it.
Too bad y'all like nothing and y'all ain't getting a cake. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody wants to make us a cake, so shit.
Yo, shots to you, man.
Appreciate it, baby.
All right, everybody. Yo, listen, man. This has been Two Bros Podcast, episode 100. Go out there, have a blessed week. But more important, be a blessing to someone else.
Or fuck them.
Yo, peace out,
baby. Love all y'all. Appreciate it.